Hello, everybody. This is going to be hella confusing because I'm actually talking to you guys who's on live on the webinar here in front of
Can they
me,
see
but I
both of
also
us?
have Instagram going on here, so it's gonna be techno today. Um, if you guys are joining us on Instagram, hi, but hello to everyone who can actually see the screen, who can see Kopano. You're joining us at lunchtime. Lunchtime live, lunch and learn. Hello, everybody. As tradition, we want to know, we don't care who you are. No, we do care who
Or
you
where
are.
you are from?
We don't care where you're from. We care who you are. We don't care where you're from, but we do care what kind of business you have. So in the chat below, let us know what it's your flavor, what it's your business, what it's your side hustle, what it's your main hustle. Let us know in the comments below. And the reason why we do this is because number one, we want to know so that we can give you real examples. But also number two, your customer is in the room. Hi, Babalo. I promise you, every time we have one of these, someone leaves with a customer. Whether it's, oh, I told them about my perfume and then someone DM'd me, or I told them that I'm a coach and someone wanted to work with me. So your customers are in the room. I know most of us, the customers are Black women in their middle age. Here we are. We are all in the room now. So Black women in their middle age, come, let's go. We want to see who you
Oh, a
are.
whole link. What a gene. Babala is on
Babala
her game.
serious. Babala serious. Babala is
Listen, Babala,
she's
you
got
guys are just
all the links, not even one link, all the links. Babala's like, these are the 25 links that I have. Megan
Facebook,
runs an AI
Instagram,
powered
TikTok,
digital marketing
YouTube,
agency. Hello,
LinkedIn.
Megan. Okay, so today we are doing Kopana's gonna tell us what we're talking about because
Yeah, so hey guys, I'm so happy. Babala, you just make me so happy. It's like the fact that you just had that ready to like shoot makes me unbelievably happy. So welcome to everybody who is here. So it is very real. I'm just gonna reiterate what Nyaki was saying. Your customer is in the room. It happens every single time. That's the blessing of the Lord on the club. It's weird, but that's just what happens. Is that every single time people meet each other, and that's what happens with women. We have businesses that speak to each other and speak to each other's needs. So please do let us know what business are you in or what's your side hustle, what have you started. It's like, guys, I only have one pot of shea butter. It's fine. It's fine. Just let us know. Okay. So today we're going to be learning how to make sales online. Okay. And that is such a simple concept because I think a lot of us want to do that. A lot of us want to know, like, how do we actually get customers online? Like, yes, everybody's here, but how do we actually make that happen? So because we are no fluff, no mess, no fast type of place, we're getting straight into the lesson. Hope you brought your pens, your papers. Hope that you are plugged in. Hope that you are. Here's mine too. Here's mine too. I make notes because sometimes Yaki just be dropping bombs, guys.
I don't make notes. I every time have to make notes, I start a new workbook. So this is like a literally, I've only got one page of documents. All the notes sit in here. All the notes, or on Kapana's notebook, honestly. If I need notes,
Oh my
I
gosh.
ask her to do them. But I was taking notes because I'm building something. So this
Yeah.
is serious. When I'm writing, it's serious. And so we
So
want you guys
funny.
to be writing.
It's so funny. I was talking to Giselle, the bot, and we were actually saying that what I was telling her to do, I was like, we should have drawn this, shouldn't we? Like we should have actually just drawn it out and had a little Frankie of it. But anyway, okay, I'm seeing more people here. Certified event professional from Botswana. I produce high-end corporate events. Hey everyone, I'm a what vermiculture worm, sell worm. Yes, worm compost and train farmers on how to. I love that. Do
We
more.
love those businesses. Jimo, I'll tell you the last lady that joined our membership or fast track anyway, she did chickens. She was a chicken farmer.
She is
Babes,
though.
let me tell, she's still a chicken farmer, obviously. But she's just like, guys, I'm making sales. People are buying my little chickens.
I love it.
I mean,
People are buying eggs from her chickens.
oh wait, not chickens. I'm supposed people buying eggs, but she was an
Eggs
egg
from her
farmer.
chickens.
So we
And we
love
love
those.
it. Like she's implementing. It don't have to look cute. It just gotta get done and she's doing it.
Love it.
Right?
Oh, you guys should do because don't chickens and egg worms. There's like an ecosystem there, Nyana.
If anyone
Do
knows
it.
chickens, anyway we keep chickens, then relax, step one. If you ever have short childhood trauma, step one. Then step one.
Focus, Kopani, focus. Focus. We don't have all day. We don't have all day.
All right,
Okay,
let's
while
move into
Kabana's getting the presentation ready, let me continue with Hi Fortunate. Fortunate makes luxury candles. Seraje, Winnie, thank you. Winnie is an attorney with a family established law firm and also plan on starting a business for Scholar Transport. Love it. Kabana, you must just go to settings and put your camera on so we can see you.
Cool.
Busisiwe, hi, Busisiwe. How are you, Wolf and Wilfred?
Love to see you.
Dumo Babalo's a cleaning company. Where am I getting? Okay, lots. Cindy Swa is a parent guide and have parent course and virtual village for parents. Hey, Kabana needs a virtual village. I
I
need a
need
physical village. You need a physical village.
If anyone knows my parenting drama, it's Nyaki. Like every day, there's just something. All right, guys. Lunch and Learn. This was actually a suggestion from someone else to call it Lunch and Learn because this used to be called Lunchtime Live, which used to come from our Instagram, and now it's moved here where we can actually introduce ourselves to each other, where we can go through this like in detail, share some slides. We only got 45 minutes because y'all got lunch. Please do eat if you're at work.
If you're at work, like,
Cool, Nyaki, there's an echo on
oh,
your
yeah,
side.
on your side. Oh no, really? Very bad.
Maybe switch off your mic when I speak, and then you can switch it on when you speak. Awesome. Now it's good. I can you. You can hear me. I can hear you. We're good. I can't hear you.
Now you
Can you move? Okay, yeah. Now I can hear you.
sound fine.
And no echo. Perfect.
Okay.
Cool. Nyaki, do you mind moving my face around if you can while I'm presenting? Because I can't present and have my face.
I can't move your face. You have to move it. You have to decide which side you want it to be on. And do your
Okay, we're gonna decide to put it here. Is everybody ready? Can we get some thumbs ups? Are we good?
thumbs
Are
up.
we
I'm
good?
ready. Woo, we're already like halfway through lunch now.
Ah, guys, no, it's lunch introduction. Like we were lining the stomachs. That's what we were doing. I guess I don't know if that makes sense. All right, guys. So today we're gonna find out how to make sales online. Right? This is free for all clubbers. So if you're in a room, hey clubber, what it do? We're so happy to have you here, and we're happy that you're actually taking your sales seriously and that you're trying to find something out that may be new or hopefully it sparks something from you. They say that if you're doing any sort of presentation, people just need to leave with one thing. If somebody just leaves with one thing, you've done your job, just one thing. So if you have 100 points, usually there's one point that somebody's going to take. So we hope that you find your one thing because everybody's one thing is quite different. This is actually one of Nyaki's favorite topics, and that is systems and how do systems work, right? So we're trying to find out like what it is that you're trying to do as a business owner, as a businesswoman, somebody who has products sale, who has products or services. How are you actually getting out there? So most of us as businesswomen, we want to get customers, make money, and grow our businesses. If you don't agree with any of these as your goals, please let us know. Like do this. If literally this is these three things on the page. If none of these are your goal, like none of them, like you do not want to get customers, you do not want to make money, and you do not want to grow your business, just put a thumbs down. But if you do, put a thumbs up, right? Let us know, like, yes, that is me, right? If you're typing on your computer, say yes. And if none of these resonate with you, say no. And if you're going to say no, you might as well say no and bye so that we make sure that we're in the right mood, right? Yes? Was that harsh, Nyaki, or was I, does it make sense?
I wonder why are you wasting your time with that?
You know, because we're not entertaining. Like, that's the thing. Like, if we were entertaining, then it would be like a good use of time. But if not, so I'm seeing a whole lot of thumbs up. So, yes, those are our goals. We want to get customers, make money, and grow our businesses, right? So, most people, when we try and make sales online, the process that we tend to use is that present your product or service, then a person decides if they buy or not, and then they buy, right? So you just present it to anyone that you meet, whether you meet them in person, meet them at an event, or meet them live. You're just like, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to present and then make a sale, right? That's usually the process that we follow: is present, sell. Present on social media means I put up a post and somebody must buy, right? I'm going to put up a post about my product, and from that, my expectation is that I'm going to make a sale. Is that roundabout right? Is that usually what we tend to do as entrepreneurs? Like, if everybody's online right now, it's like, okay, cool. If I tell you what I do, then it should result in a sale. That's how it's supposed to happen. That's a transaction. Here's a product, give me some money. That's usually how we do things. But right, this is our standard system, which we have people present to anyone that we meet. They make the decision and then we make the sale. That's the standard system that most of us use. And that's a standard system that we were taught. That's a standard system we see online. When we see other people with successful businesses, like they told people about their products and then, but I been, they made sales. But then, Yaki, what's the problem with doing things that way?
The problem is that it's not predictable. It relies on your energy, and if you stop, then sales stop. So the problem with you having to tell people about your business to make sales is that when you stop telling people about your business, then you don't make sales.
And
That's
it has to be you, like in person. Like that's the problem.
and if that's the structure or that's the system that you built, then when one part of that system doesn't work, then the whole thing. But
Yep.
I'm sure Kapana's got a better way.
Yeah, so what you can do is develop a system, right? Let's define what a system is first. A system is a set of steps according to which something is done. So if you know that if I'm going to cook rice, I need water, I need rice, I need heat, let it boil, it's cooked. That's the process I'm going to follow, right? But what happens with a system is that it's a method, it's an organized scheme, right? It's something that is predictable, it is organized, it's a methodology that can be applied over and over and over again, right? So the thing about a system is that it's steps that work together to make something happen. And a system is predictable because it spits out the same thing every single time, right? And this method can be used by you, it can be used by someone else because it just keeps working over and over and over again. So we have something that we have worked with our clients on. We use it for ourselves, and we've seen that it works like gangbusters for everybody else, right, Nyaki?
Yep. So it is what we call the online success system. So it's a three-part system. So just the same way that you would tell your customer or find a customer, tell them about you, and then make sales, we have broken it down into a little bit more of a, I want to say complex, but more automated system, right? Where you are doing three things in order to monetize the person. And the most important thing that you're doing is that you're capturing people, right? So you already have a three-part system in your business where it's tell people, get them to buy, and hope for the best. This one is just a little bit more structured, right? This is something that we're doing, that we're teaching you a way of thinking about how to sell that'll allow you to get more success online. That's effectively what we're doing. So you don't have to use our way of doing it, but we're just giving you insight as to what possible other system exists other than the one that you already know, right? And we're calling that the online success system. So the first thing that you want to do in this system is that you want to attract people to what you sell, right? When we use, so I always use the example of when you're dating a person, is that if you go direct to sell with someone, you're basically asking that person to marry you, right? There has not been a nurturing, that person doesn't know you, may not know you, they may have never heard of you before, they may not know what your services are, know a little bit, but they're not entirely sure. So what you want to do is you want your content, top of funnel, right? All the stuff that you're putting out into the public world to tell people more about what it is that you do, right? Not to try and sell them, just to attract them into understanding what it is that you do, right? So who are your services? Who are your customers? Who have you helped before? What kind of work do you do? What are your pricing, right? Where's your location? The things that would make people interested and be like, oh, okay, that's something that I want to do. The second part of the system, so once you've told people, attracted people, the second part of what you, as soon as the second part of what you want to do, as soon as you manage to attract someone, is that you want to capture their information. Because what we understand about business inherently is that in order to get customers, which are the end goals, you need to have prospects, but in order, or you need to have leads, but in order to have leads, you need to have prospects, right? So you need to have a pool of people that potentially want what you want, right? Or are in the vicinity of paying for this thing, right? They qualify. Then, out of those people who potentially want what you want, what you're selling, you will have a smaller pool of people called prospects who are really interested in the thing that you sell. They want your product, right? They are, I don't know, in a pool of nappy people. They're not Huggies people. They are Pampers people, right? They know that they want Pampers. But what we know about people, and you know this, and I know this because it's true for my life, but it's also true for your life, is that when you come to learn about Pampers, right, you may fall in love with Pampers and you may absolutely love them. But when you see them at that particular time, it may not be the right time to buy for you. Buy the thing right now, right? Because ultimately we know that people will buy either now or they will buy later. And so we need to understand that if we're not building a system for people to buy later, then it's going to be difficult for us to continuously speak to that person, right? Then you have to start again. If every time you need to speak to that person, you need to attract them, right? You need to post something on social media. So what we're saying is why not create a capture mechanism, right? Why not create a database within your business of people who are potentially interested in what it is that you sell, right? Who qualify for the leads, right? I saw someone say that they're a digital marketing agency. So as a digital marketing agency, you would want a database of business owners looking for digital marketing services, right? Or generally of business owners, right? If business owners, great, but of business owners looking for digital marketing would be like 10 times better. Because what will happen when you have a list of those businesses who are looking for digital marketing services is that then you will be able to present them with your offer. You will be able to sell to them. Not out there on the social media, out in the world. You'll be able to directly message them by the contact point that they've given, right? Whether it's your WhatsApp, whether it's their email. The best way, or the way that we found works really well, is through email, but also we know that people are able to do it through WhatsApp. So the idea here is to say, how do you attract people that are ready to buy, right? Looking for what you are looking for. Just let me know if the volume's okay. Okay, so how do you attract looking to buy, right? And then out of
Yeah.
that, how do you database them? Create a
Yeah. Jackie, your sound is a bit choppy all of a sudden. It just became choppy. But I wanted to re-emphasize something that Nyaki just said now. It was like, what? Did you hear she said, create a system that allows people to buy later? Halala. Like that for me was deep, right? Because it's just like, okay, people need to be able to buy later. Not just now, later. And I think what happens is when we talk to people, the only thing that we help them do is to buy now. And if
now.
they want to buy later, it's just like, you have
Oh
to
well,
remember me. You have
you
to
have to
remember
remember
me.
me.
You have to just
And guys,
screenshot
I
the page. Like, keep my numbers or like do something. Guys, I do that all the time. I screenshot people's Instagram pages and I completely forget about them when I need them. Am I alone? Like, let me know. Like, have you ever seen something that's like, oh, I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need this. But because there's no way for me to be captured, whether it's WhatsApp or it is email or anything, right? Yes, we all do that. It all happens to us where it's just like, I see this, I need it, I'm your customer. This is not Now is not the right time. Right? Now, maybe right now I'm on the toilet or I'm like I have a screaming child, but I really do need this. But I just can't. I'm gonna screenshot you. But that happens to every single one of them. I took that as a quote. Like what they would call a tweetable, that's a tweetable right there. Create a system that allows people to buy later.
create a system that allows people to buy later. So that's the idea, right? It's that Babalo says we're not alone, right? And so imagine this is your business. Imagine you've put all of this effort out into the world to be able to attract people, right? You've spent money on content, you've dressed up, you've put makeup, and all where your message lands is a screen grab to go and die on someone's phone, right? I mean, you got the screen grab, yay, but that's not a customer, right? And so, unless we're working for screen grabs, which I know I'm not, I am working for money. And so, in order to get money, what we want is to be able to say, the people that screen grabbed, I'm going to take responsibility for that relationship, not them taking responsibility, right? Because what a database allows us to do, allows us to create the responsibility on ourselves to market to our customers, and not for them to reach out to us. Because Sway, there are many candles out there. There are many digital marketing agencies out there. There are many perfumes out there, right? You need to be the one who is reaching out to the customer that you want. And if you're not the one reaching out to the customer you want, your competitor is going to be. Let me tell you like that. I just got a DM now from Clicks or WhatsApp or whatever from Clicks saying something promotion. Where am I going this afternoon? Am I going to go to Discount? Probably not. But Clicks told me about the thing that they're. Okay, so
Guys,
we need to be able to we need to be reaching out. Like, marketing is an active, participative experience or part in your business. It's not like, oh no, I've got a marketing, it's over there somewhere, right? You can have a whatever, you can have tax on the other side, or finances. Finances, you can look at them when you look at them, right? Marketing is a word, it's a doing word in your business. And so if you are not actively marketing in your business, you are not going to be actively um making money. And so it's to say, like, how do I actively market, right? I'm posting on social media, I'm doing all of those things. But remember what we said is that your social media efforts are landing you where? On a screen grab. What
oh
you
my
want
gosh.
is, you want your social media efforts, or any of your marketing activities, to land you in with the customer in your shop, right? With your customer on your sales page, with your customer on in your diary, because ultimately that's what you want. You don't want a screen grab like, oh, this is so pretty, screen grab. That beautiful sound. I mean, if that worked, I know a lot of us would be great, right? But so we need to think about your database. It's probably the most important asset that you will have in your business. It's your customer list, right? I don't know if you've ever spoken to any business owners and then you ask them, like, if you're buying a business, what you ask for, I've bought a business before, you ask for their customer database. You ask, who are the customers who have come before, who have bought, right? Who can they potentially go out and reach out to immediately to be able to say, hey, this is what we're doing. And so you, as a business owner, need to be doing that in your business, right? You need to be capturing data, you need to be capturing leads. And what we do sometimes on our websites and our systems is that then we will put subscribe to the newsletter.
For what?
Why? I don't want a
And
newsletter.
then I subscribe and then
So worse. So if I take a chance, right? If I just subscribe and then I subscribe and then I get a message once in Christmas saying, Merry New Year, wish you the best
I'm
of
not even gonna
luck.
remember you. It's like a guy who asked for your number and then that whole thing in the movies were just like, how soon should you call the girl? And people are like, immediately.
Immediately. Immediately. Like, you guys, you fall in love with the guy who, as soon as you give the number, when they turn around, they phone you. And they're just like, hi, I'm just making sure that you're making, like, that's you. You're just like, yeah, how about you serious?
Now
So
you're
can
not
we
gonna
be
forget about
serious?
it.
Can we be serious with our clients, with our business, with our customers, right? So when you do get your contact list, which in whichever way or form you get it, you would contact the people, right? Let them know, hey, thank you so much for signing up to my newsletter. Maybe let's not do it in newsletter, but I'm just letting you know this is what I am, this is what I do. Because when the person is giving you their information, they're a warm lead, right? They're already interested. They've screen grabbed it, which means they want it. And so we need to understand, when customers want our things, how are we selling to them, right? But what we started off in the beginning is, we don't want to be every time the person DM and then someone says, hello, welcome back, how are you doing? Okay. Because every single time, guys, every single time, not every single time, right? And so what we do, and what we teach you guys inside of the club, is to build that system automatically, right? Is to
Hmm.
build that system so that it works. So someone opts into your sales page or goes and sees from your content, they see a page that shows you exactly what it is that shows them exactly what it is that you're offering, right? Because yes, you may be offering digital marketing. Sorry, I'm just landing on the digital marketing services. I just saw another one. Yes, you may be offering digital marketing services, but what in digital marketing is your niche, right? What is your speciality? What are you the best at? What are
Yep.
you like the person that they're just like, no, digital marketing, but if you want like those videos that do those are the people, right? Or if you want an amazing copywriter, vele, we can't do yonke, guys. Please don't sell everything to everyone. You're not everything to everyone, but your business specializes in something, and that's what you need to communicate with that person who's already in the mood to screen grab, right? And
Yes.
so once you've done that, you're able to get people to understand what it is that you do, how you service them, and how you can help them, right? How much your things cost, how they work with you, when you are available, what it is that you do exactly, etc., etc. So you are able to speak to those people at that level once you have them on your database. Cool.
Mm. I love this
What is
question, right?
landing for you guys?
So this question that we have here from Barbara is the perfect question. How do we convert those? Because they may be potential customers. Following up can be tedious, I know, but something. I had a revelation about something, guys. We learn things all the time, and one of my mentors says the money is in the follow up, and I was like, great. So in my head, I'm thinking about like when you send an email to someone, they don't respond, and then you follow up. In my head, I was thinking about it very like blocks. But what happens is we believe in systems, not just systems, but automated systems, meaning I do the upfront work. Upfront, I create an automated system that says, today I've got a post that went out. When somebody responds to that post, what I want to happen is that they go into my database. When they get into my database, I want an email sent to them immediately. I want an email sent to them 1 day after. I want an email sent to them 3 days after, and I want an email sent to them 7 days after until they buy, right? But I automate it, meaning I time it. I time it. I do the work upfront at the beginning of the process. And a lot of the times, you guys may have seen us post things on our social media that says comment with X. That is us actually attracting you. So you post content that makes you attractive. The same way that when you go out and you know that tonight I'd like to find a boyfriend, you dress differently. That's the type of content that you put up,
How do you
right?
dress, Kabano? I don't know how to dress.
You're silly. And then we're the only people in the room laughing at our own jokes. But anyway, guys, listen. Point is, when you want to attract someone, you look different. Like when you deliberately say, today I want somebody to see me, you dress different. That's the same type of thing that we're saying, that whatever you put out, whether it's an ad, whether it's organic, you want to attract the person. You don't want to walk around on the street saying, marry me. Who wants to marry you? I mean, right?
Weirdos.
Very different, very different. So when we capture those people, you do the work in advance, meaning a system is something that you set up. And what happens is a lot of us have not set it up. It's not set up. A system doesn't happen as and when. A system is set up. And that is the difference between people who have a system and people who don't. People who don't have a system have not set up anything. Is not set up. There's nothing that you can say that I have predetermined the steps and this thing is going to work, right? And I have done it before, it's going to work again, it's going to work exactly the same way every time. In the same way that when you signed up for this webinar, there were email reminders that you received. We did that in advance. We did not send those. I did not wake up this morning and send you an email. I did it on the day we decided to have this, which was last week. We did it and then we set it up, and then it's predetermined. This is a system. It's a scheme. Scheme meaning not a scheme as in something to schnai you or take you out, not that type of scheme, but it's something that is predetermined. The steps have been set out so that we can get a predetermined outcome, and the outcome you want is that monetize, and then you monetize again.
So
right? That is the other thing about having a system, about the online success system, is that you can monetize again. You want people to come back. The easiest person to sell to is someone you've sold to before. The problem is we never follow up. We never go back and get that person back, which is a problem. All right. So here's an example of one that we've already set up. So we like automated online systems. We do the work upfront, set everything up, and then we take people through our system, right? These are called funnels. This is an example of an actual funnel that we've set up. It looks boring, and that's the thing about success. We've said this in our latest podcast. Success is boring. You think there's razzmatazz. What you see is very different to what we see. What we see is building blocks. What you see is a very beautiful situation. So we attract through our social media, through our ads that also run on social media. So you would have either seen this in an advert or seen this as an organic social media post, which then leads you, the entire process is actually right here. It leads you onto a registration page. From a registration page, we then sell to you, not once, but twice. And then we say thank you. And after that, we actually deliver the product to you, right? So this is just a very basic example of what it is that we do when we set up a system. And that's the joy of being part of the club, guys. You actually get to see behind the curtains. We are not secretive people. We actually show you because we implement those things for ourselves. We do this for ourselves. This was for Funnel Weekend. This is the Funnel Weekend funnel. What we've done is that we've actually gone and created a much simpler one for you. This is us monetizing multiple times in one funnel. But we've gone and created a very simple template for you. If you are able to attract through either ads or organic social media content, putting people into a place that's going to capture them and then monetize and monetize again, we've got that for you. We've created a template which is available inside of the Club She Is membership site. So you can access your funnel template on the Club She Is platform for all of our premium members. Money's in the follow up. That's what Pusisi was said. Money's in the follow up. And you do it by setting up a system, meaning you do it before. You do it, you set it up, and then you run it. And it just keeps running. You run it until it breaks. This is also why people say if it's not broke, don't fix it. If your system works, just keep running it over and over and over again. Let's automate, set up, capture, and monetize. That's what it is. We set it up, attract, capture, monetize on rotation, on repeat, automatically, right? Okay, how is that session for you? Because we have a little bit of time. We have 6 minutes for Q&A. So how was that for you? What stood out for you, and what questions do you have? Do you feel like it could work for you? Because I think that's the big question that a lot of people tend to have. Is like, I don't know if this is going to work for me, but it 100% can. Talking about worms and compost, we had many agricultural clients, but we actually had a big agricultural client who only sold greens, and wanted to actually have a database of people who were other farmers, right? Because she wanted to build her brand within farmers to be respected by other farmers. And her attract mechanism or attract content was speaking the language that only farmers, not wannabe farmers, but only farmers could understand. And then that's how she started growing her database to a point where Farmers Weekly was a magazine that used to go out only to farmers. She started writing for Farmers Weekly because she was speaking just to farmers, right? But she was growing that database of people because she was speaking the language that only farmers can understand. So if we are currently talking about, sawdust, when I say sawdust, you don't think about chickens, but people who own chickens know you need sawdust. It's one of those things, right? If I'm selling a replacement for sawdust that won't get into your nose and won't leave everything smelling like ammonia, then the people who have chickens will understand my language, right? Because I am attractive to the people who know the downwind from a chicken coop, what it does to your system. Okay? Do you know the funny thing, Pearl? Pindila's asking how much is it, Nyaki? It's actually free.
how much is what?
The system.
Oh no, it's free in the club.
Free. It's free.
We should actually, Kupano, we should actually just send people the template and then they can get the
Yeah,
template for free.
Yeah,
So
you
you
know
guys
what?
will after this webinar, for everyone who attended, we'll actually send you the template for free and you can build it
For free.
inside of, huh?
Yeah, for free.
Yeah, and so that you can build it inside of your, so you can build it for yourself. But if you want to teach, if you want us to show you how to build it, right? How to set it up, how to, like basically how to set it up and how to think about it and what words to put in. It's in the club. Then you have to be a member of the club. So there's a whole bunch of training there. I don't know if Kapano, you want to go onto the training there, but like literally training number 2. Volume number 2 is a step-by-step training of me going through like how to build it. So I mean, even from 1, it's like, okay, what is your offer, what's your lead magnet, all of those things are inside of the club. Like it's the training that you can go through. So you'll get the template absolutely free of charge, and you will and you can absolutely set it up on your own, or you can join the club and let us show you how to do it. Okay, so
share. I've never actually had to share this before. I love it. I'm so excited to share. So excited. Share a new screen. Yaki, I'm actually excited to share the club. Like, it's so funny. We actually have never done a screen share. Oh my gosh.
what do you mean? We've always done a screen share.
Not like this. Right?
Oh.
What did Megan ask? Where's Megan?
How would it
Michael
work
asked.
for service-based businesses?
Oh no, service-based businesses are the best. Are the absolute best. Megan, where are you? I got
Yes,
your original
service-based
question.
recurring revenue.
I know
That's a simple
service-based.
business.
You know what? To be honest, guys, service-based is our fave. They say don't have favorite children, but service-based is our fave. Okay, and that whole whoever was talking about discovery calls and people booking discovery calls, there's people who chicken out from discovery calls. There are people who want to know a little bit more about you before they book a discovery call. There are people who will get your services before getting the discovery call if you answer their question in an email. Does that make sense? Like in your introduction email, just saying, hey, this is what I do, this is how I do it. And they're like, okay, I don't need a discovery call, book, right? We have so many clients who have service-based businesses who use our system over and over again. Again, attract, wear the nice clothes, look great. The people who are suffering from the problem that you can solve, right? Capture them, and then you be from that capture, from that emails that you're saying in your introductions, like if you want me to solve this problem for you, book, and then you follow up, right? And follow up in meaning send a couple of emails, because sometimes a person, for example, if you are a trauma coach, right, and you are talking to a person whose trauma affects their everyday life at work, today might have been a bad day. That's why I looked for you, I found you, I got on your email list. But tomorrow and the day after, I'm saying, I can do this. I ain't got no trauma. I got this trauma under control. Then something happens again. Then something happens to trigger them again. Then they on that day, they'll book a discovery call. And that's why you stay top of mind. That's why you have a system. That's why you have a database, because you show up. Even if you're showing up weekly with a WhatsApp, with an email, with a something to say, remember the trauma. I am here to help you. Right?
You may think you're doing okay, but you're not doing okay because you haven't addressed that thing. It's about to be the
Right?
weekend. You're going to be triggered, right? That's how you stay top of mind.
It's about to be the weekend.
Yeah, it's family time.
Okay, cool. And for example, like especially people who, if your line of work affects people over Christmas, over Valentine's Day, over Mother's Day, over Father's Day, you want to be there, building up to it. Do you know what I mean? Like if you are a person who's top of mind and you know that something's going to happen, that's even on TV, adverts for certain things run more because of that. Anyway, this is the club, right? This is inside of the premium membership, and we have different courses and different things that you can go through. But what we love is for you to start here. This is like your introductory content that can help you set up the most basic things that you need, right? So once you start off, it will introduce you to who we are, and then your business essentials in terms of how do you set up the most basic things in your business. Because for me and Yaki, is like, what's the quickest, fastest route to the money? We don't want you to come in and learn and then mind and then all those things, and then meantime the money is running out,
Kabana, you
right?
know what I heard today? Sorry, I heard this and I thought this is definitely you. How do you make money by Thursday?
I'm using that.
I know you are.
I am using it.
I know.
I am
How do you
using
make
it.
money by Thursday?
Ah, can I please tell you? It's a really, we've got 4 minutes. It's a really random thing, but when I used to be an entrepreneur, before the club, I used to have like a digital marketing agency, and I just started. Like my first 2 3 months, I used to wake up in the middle of, I used to wake up in the morning and count how many days until my rent is due. And in my head, I was like, I've got to make money before this date. And that literally was the thing that drove, like, was my driving force. Was like, I've got 20 days, I've got 15 days, and sometimes it'll be like, I've got 7 days. I got 7 days. I got 7 days to make rent. I got 7 days to pay for my car. Literally. Guys, life is not real until you get to that point where you're just like, I got nothing and I got 7 days to make my rent. But that's such a cool line. I'm gonna use it. But anyway, point is, within the club, there is start here. When you start here in your business essentials, in the start here section, I've got to change thingies. In here, right? Building a sales funnel right there. That's where you're going to go get your lessons in order to build it, right? Your trainings to build it. Now, don't let the 18 lessons scare you, because Nyaki literally does 5 minute lessons sometimes. 5 minutes. There's no fear. So everything is extremely practical. We are not a rara motivation place, but you will get motivated and you'll get, see, this is 6 minutes long. 6 minutes. So everything is, every small little piece of information that you need to know. Like, for example, if you had a previous database, where do you load it? You watch this video, right? If you want to update people's tags, if you know what tags are, this is where you load it. If you want to then first create your funnel, edit your funnel pages, automate, create an order form, and then other funnel settings, this is it. This is right here. If you're starting from scratch, you've never done this before, you quickly want to do this as soon as possible so you can start putting people into your database,
Make
this is
money by
exactly.
Thursday.
Make money by Thursday. You come here, skip everything, come here, right here. Okay. And then you'll have that set up, and then you can start directing people there. And that's where you're going to start off. We're an extremely practical place. We want you to do, and we want you to get results. Because if you do this and then you comment in the group and you say, guys, I did this, I posted, no one's coming. And then we get to see that, oh, your conversions in your funnel, it's over here. You just tweak this and we fix it. Nyaki and I, right now, for example, we know that our ads are working, but when people get on the page, no one's signing up. Or the fact that, for example, even with this webinar, how many people are new? How many people are returning? How many people actually signed up versus how many people showed up? That's how we know what to tweak. That's what we love about systems, right? Automated digital systems.
Data.
You can see,
Data.
you can see what's
Data.
working and you can see what's not working, and then you can work on it. But when it comes to just throwing things out into the universe, sometimes you don't know what
And
worked
hoping.
and you don't know what didn't work. So you don't know what to repeat. All right, guys. I think the end was packed with a lot of information.
So much information. But the conclusion
Jimenez
is
loves this.
create your system. Your system is simple. It's a 3-part system. It's attract, capture, monetize. Attract is what you do on social media, right? Top of funnel. Capture, how are you building a database? This is the thing that we're asking, database. And then how do you monetize? What are you selling, or what are you telling people to buy these things? But we will talk about next week at the Lunch and Learn. We will talk about traffic, right? Because how are you getting all of these people into your system? How are you getting people to find you? How are you getting people, thousands of people, right? So you can do it with one or two, but how do you get thousands? And that's what we're going to be talking about next week. Did Kabano disappear? Did you jump off,
I
Kabano? Or
did,
did you?
I did not jump off. I don't want to share anymore.
Uh,
But it
okay.
is still sharing.
You want to stop sharing. Okay, but anyway, so what was a good take home from you guys? So we need to know. We need to know if we did well. We need to know what sucked. We need to know what you loved. Quickly, quickly. What are you taking home from this? What if someone is watching this and you're just like, listen, you need this because what is happening? Oh, there's the offer. There's the club. Oh yeah, and so that's the first thing. We want to know what's happening. And then the second thing is also join the membership. If you want this kind of support, if you want these kind of resources, join the membership. You don't have to. Please don't if you're not going to do the work, right? We'd rather have you spend the money on McDonald's or whatever. But if you are looking for support, you're looking for help, you actually want to see the needle move in your business, then join the club. We're here to help you. And it is 349 Rand per month, all inclusive. You don't have to pay anything beyond that for the membership, for the premium membership. But also, you can just continue to join us on the lunchtime lives, right? So if you're just like, yeah, 349 still is not working out for me, join us next week. Next week, Friday, 1 o'clock, right? Um, to learn how to get money by Thursday. Yes, I love that. Get money on
Love it.
Thursdays.
Love it. Love it. Thank you guys so much for coming through. We're 2 minutes over. We got to say bye. And we hope that you got the best out of this. There'll be a replay coming straight to you after this, but enjoy. And then we'll also have that free template going out to you. So the first email that you get might not have the template in it, but the next one, we'll add the template quickly so that you can get it. One should be predetermined. Yes. Predetermined outcome. You must set it up. Get that money by Thursday. Yes. Always learn a thing or two from these opportunities of buying later. Love it. Love it. Okay, cool. Bye, good people.
Bye, guys.